Hey, welcome to Ken's Games Collection. And yeah, I've done it again. I picked up more repro games from AliExpress, so let's have a look and see what I picked up this time. Okay, so this time around I have actually bought a few game carts off AliExpress without the boxes. Not all games that are sold there have boxes for whatever reason, which kinda sucks, but that's just the way it is. I saw this game on someone's Instagram page, thought this looks cool, so I checked out some gameplay and liked what I saw, then looked at prices on eBay. And guess what? It was way too expensive. So over to AliExpress, I go looking for this Flintstones game, and at first it was really hard to find, and I came across it just by chance for about $15 plus $2 postage. Now, the cartridge itself is a really good reproduction cartridge. The front label sticker looks really nice. It's not oversaturated with color like I've seen from other sellers on AliExpress. Even the label on the back of the cart looks authentic, which does lead to the question, morally is it okay to buy repro games in 2024? Original SNES games are just way too expensive in this day and age. Sure, there's a lot of great memories for me when I was younger playing the Super Nintendo and having these games. Then what do we do when new consoles come out? We sell off our old games and consoles for the new tech, which is what I've done way too many times. Then years later, I wanted to rebuild my Super Nintendo collection, but it was just too damn expensive. And this is why, like I've said before, I've gone down the path of reproduction games. I cannot afford $1,000 for a Super Nintendo game, which is nothing more than some circuit boards, pieces of plastic, and some screws. It's ludicrous to be charging so much money for these older games, and that's why I don't have a problem buying repros. I understand there are gamers out there, and I have seen it on my comment section on my previous reproduction videos, them protesting about buying repro games, but each to their own. Some value the authenticity of original cartridges, while others find enjoyment in playing retro games regardless of their origin. Ultimately, each person has their own preferences and reasons for choosing how they engage with classic games. Sorry about the rant there, guys. Okay, so we will now look at some of the box games that I picked up from AliExpress. These games cost about $23 each. I will leave a link below to these sellers. Super Back to the Future 2 is a fascinating video game that takes inspiration from the iconic film Back to the Future Part 2. Released exclusively for the Super Famicom in Japan on July 1993, this game allowed players to embark on a time-traveling adventure alongside Marty McFly. This game got fan-translated many years ago, and in fact I knew nothing of this game till I saw it on AliExpress, and once again I checked out some gameplay, then got it. While it's not an amazing game, it is the best Back to the Future game, and whoever made this custom box did a really good job on it. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a classic run-and-gun video game that emerged from the eerie depths of the early 90s, developed by LucasArts and published by Konami. Now, if you are after Konami games like I am, then AliExpress is the place to look. It's a hell of a lot cheaper buying repros than the original games. And I have a list of games I want from Konami on the Super Nintendo. They made so many amazing games back in the day. Final Fantasy III was the very first Final Fantasy game I played back in the day. And it was my best mate who went to America and brought this back for me, and I think he brought back Super Mario RPG for himself. Now, both of these games were made by Squaresoft, known these days as Square Enix, and believe it or not, none of the Final Fantasy games got released here in Australia, until Square jumped ship and went to Sony and released Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation. It was really special to have this game knowing it was not available here in Australia. So when I was looking at rebuilding my Super Nintendo collection, the question I asked myself was, did I want to get some RPGs back in the collection? So I'm looking through AliExpress and I'm seeing so many RPGs that I wanted to get back in the collection, and I've already started doing that with some RPGs. But Final Fantasy III was really special. This was during a time when I was playing so many RPGs, and I remember the story of this game really captivated me all the way to the end. It was a grind, but it was an amazing game. And I'm super happy to have this repro in the collection, but there is still a few more JRPGs that I am wanting to get over the next few months. So that's what I picked up from AliExpress. I Highly recommend these sellers. I've said it before in other videos, and my last video on the reproduction games from AliExpress seemed to have done really well. A lot of people have actually bought from there, and hopefully they had a good experience like I have. There's 2 sellers on there I buy from. I'll leave the links down below in the comments section so you can check them out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.